G'day everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Marty Grows. This channel has mainly farming simulator shenanigans on it. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment when you've seen the video if there's something I should do or something I should do better. I hope you all enjoy the show. G'day everyone, welcome back to my Korpi series. This is brand new, episode 2. That's a bit random. Okay, so on with the show. We'll get these tractors up to the field. That was a bit strange. Let's get these tractors heading up to the field. Found out that we don't need seasons on, so could have planted, although it was probably a bit late last night. Start the engine. Plan for today will be put in some either oats or sorghum. I have to have a look at what will sow better, and chop some more trees. Off camera, I have been practicing with the log grab, so we'll give that another try today and see how it goes. But I'm not holding my breath. It doesn't seem to like me very much. Let's jump back into the John Deere and get this nice cultivator off, or plough off. We'll be doing this field later on with a bit of luck, but for now I want to get the other one planted. So we can drop that off there. Spin around to the nice planter. I could have made this field slightly wider, but I have other plans. I think it's a pretty good size. Okay, let's get this field ploughed. After I check what is going to sell the best. So 600 for oats, 500 for sorghum. I reckon we're going to go oats for our first crop. There's oats selected. Menu can now go away because it's annoying. And auto drive. We'll be putting this course in for us because I need to play with the logging. Let's do sharp headlands, but do 2 of them, see how we go. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, Mr. John Deere, have fun. Still need to buy a roller as well, so I'll need to add that to the I need a lot of stuff list. Let's take this over so I don't have to drag the logs as far. Still need to do some construction work on this bridge approach too. See if I can do that now. What's the worst that can happen? So, construction menu, landscaping. I think we'll just try and soften it, since it's going to cost. Alright, that's knocked it down a little bit. Hopefully that isn't too big of a bump up onto the bridge now, but we'll find out a bit later on. I was also having a look at stump grinders earlier, and I think I found a really nice lizard one. The lizard carp. So I'll most likely grab that later and try and knock out some stumps. I think this can go over here. I really need to get my logging happening and try and get some cash into the bank. I think there's a nice bison harvester, but it's still about $35,000 or $40,000 with the header. And now we're on the clock worth about 4 months before I need to harvest that field. So let's make sure I got the right trailer and drop it off here and get to cutting some wood. Okay, John Deere's going okay. We'll cut some trees down, see if I can get them loaded onto the trailer and get some money in the bank. Oops, missed a couple. Alright, one down, lots to go. Okay, it looks like our John Deere is finished, so I might flick across to him and see how it went. And it went rather badly. On the upside, he didn't drive into the river. Okay, let's try this again. Start from there, drop it, B for broom, and I'm just going to throw it on a normal worker. You can see it's struggling a bit to pull it, but that shouldn't have been a reason for it to stop. Okay, back to our logging fun. Final log. I finally understand the viewer discretion advised warnings. I think it would have sent most people insane if they had actually watched me loading these logs. It's taken way longer than I expected. Hopefully I can drop this in without turning the trailer over. Yes. Okay, let's hook up to these and see if I can get them back to the store in one piece. Yes, of course, by store I mean the timber mill. And it looks like the John Deere's finally finished. Okay, we connected good. All we got to do is get up over here without driving into the river. Go, go, go. Alright. Like to say, yeah, something's going good, but they're not to the timber mill yet. So, sawmill unload and go. But there's 4 or 5 trees in that, so I'm going to count it as a win. This dude hasn't finished yet, so we'll just knock this off really quickly. it on. I was having a look at the mini-map and I could go maybe 1 or 2 more rows that way, but I think this is good enough for now. Just 1 more and we're done, as soon as I turn it on. There we go. Interesting, it doesn't change the little icon at the top left when the drill is on or off. It just stays white rather than go into a nice blue to show it's powered up. Quick tidy up of the corners. And once this is done, I was thinking of cultivating up the next field. Hey, he made the sawmill without crashing. But I think I might send this guy over to the shop and pick up a roller and get the rolling done, so this field is sort of complete before I move on to something else. Okay. And just because OCD's a killer, we're going to get these 2 little patches that got missed. Alright. Don't know how much room or how much seed is left. Got the seed filled up, which is interesting because the fertiliser bag was closer. And we've got almost half full, or just over half full of fertiliser. So this can probably stay back here out of the way. Drop this off. Send him to the store. One thing that's going to kill me in this series is I have the extra cost of the helpers. That's definitely another handicap in my favour. Although, watching me try and pick up wood, I think that's a big enough handicap as it is. Sell the wood. Not bad, 10,000. And since we're using precision farming, we even pick up a little bit of an environmental score reward. Okay, get him back to the field. Jump over to the John Deere and watch him come back. Oh, it's almost here. So we want rollers. Although that would be really good, it'd do the field in about 7 seconds flat. Some of these are more our speed. That's 5.2 metres, $3,000, will probably win. Okay, nice lizard, PB5-032. At 6 metres, 2,000, and it only needs 54 horsepower to pull it. I think we have a winner. That one's not too bad, but the horsepower is crazy. Okay, Mr. Lizard wins. Don't know why you change it to anything but smooth for those prices. And let's get a nice green. Hydraulics cover is going to be a bright red. for the rim colour. There we go. Okay, goodbye $2,000. It says fetch it from the store, and look at that. We're here. I know what you're all thinking. Oh look, there's a bag of seeds that I should probably take over. And regretfully, you'd all be correct. I'm also going to buy a bag of fertiliser. And then mostly time-lapse my hilarious efforts in trying to pick it up. Ouch, costs the same as the roller. Hey, let the mayhem begin. These over the bridge, get them unloaded and start chopping some more trees. I think where the tractor and trailer were parked before were pretty good. Gave me plenty of room to drive around. Get off that stump. Stump grinder's definitely going to be on the cards fairly shortly. Finding the stumps in all this long grass could be a bit of a challenge, but we'll get there. Okay, I believe I will see how we go. Okay. We'll see how that goes, and I'll get back to my logging. Okay, looks like we've managed to finish rolling the field. So, drop the roller off. Go pick up the cultivator and get another field planted or ploughed. I don't think I'm going to try and put this log on. The road is definitely rickety enough as it is. Oh, and I missed one over there too. That will be the first one for the next load. I think I might have missed that from the first load actually. But not to worry. I'll hook this up. I think there's 3 or 4 trees there. Definitely way more painful doing this than I expected, but that's what you gotta do to make it in the farming industry, it looks like. And John Deere seems to have finished. It didn't drive into the river, which I'm really happy about. So I will get this heading off to the store. So I've just quickly jumped out of the game and hopped back in, because since this is a new field, it won't pick it up until I get out and back in. $4,000 for the soil. That's just not right because it's picking up this other field as well. So I'm going to say no and have a look down here in, I think, miscellaneous. 17,000. Ouch. Well, ouch. Okay, I might see how this load of logs sells. But potentially I want to buy that, because if I put it yet another field in this plot of land that I already have, it's going to cost me 4,000 plus maybe 6,000 or 7,000 when you add on the next field, and that's just about paid for that. So let's get out of here. Please start the engine first. Yes, I know. I don't really want to put seed in this field until I can get the soil analysed as well. I'll drop this in the ever-growing line of machinery that we're very slowly collecting. And it looks like the Zetas, yep, got to the sawmill. So we'll get this load of logs sold. Probably won't sell that one, but we'll see. So close. And this didn't sell, so I'll have to move back a bit and drop it in. Only going back a little way, so those trailers should behave. Yep. Jump out, get this sold. Another $250 just for that little log I had in the grab. So we are going back to the field. Grab another load of logs really quickly. Get them sold. Or maybe I'll do a part load. Get them sold, and then we can buy the soil sampler. I can sample the soil. And then finally put something in that field too. And yes, every time it drives here it costs me money. But since there's only me playing, I do need a little bit of help in getting everything moved around, so it's the best I can do. Okay, that's everything in the trigger. I'm going to say 8,500 because although this is fairly full, they're all tiny trees that aren't worth much. I did manage to get the logs stacked a little bit better, but I know I could do better with a bit more practice still. Okay, 8,500. Not bad, nearly 9,000. So we'll get him heading back to the field, and I'll try and make a mental note to change the auto drive route, because I'm pretty sure it just drives straight over the new field that I just put in. Get this tractor out of the way. Since he doesn't have a 3-point linkage on the front, I might as well pick this back up. Jump into miscellaneous. And spend 17,000 on a soil sampler. Although it will save me money in the future, because pretty much half of any time you get the computer to take soil samples, it is a worker cost rather than the soil sampling cost. I will buy that. There it is. Try not to knock it over straight away. Get him heading back to the field as well. X to unfold and B to take soil samples. It covers a really nice big area, so we'll move it. I think 3, maybe 4 should do this field. It's 1. Not sure how many the AI said it needed to do, but this field plus the other one was probably 15 or so, which adds up to a lot of money. Then you take into account it's almost 100% of the cost just in worker wages again. It does really add up quickly, so I'm hoping this will pay for itself fairly quick. Okay, and get the last one done. I think I might grab a couple of those trees ahead of us when I do logging, because I do own a little bit of that land just there. Alright, we can work out how to send soil for analysis. Press Y. Excellent. So we'll get this folded. $600 for soil samples is much better than the 4,000 it was going to cost, because it would have done both fields. And yes, the unit did cost me 17,000, so it's only got 13,000 to make up for. Might stick this over near the rock so that when I go to attach it again, if I get a bit keen, I bash it into the rock rather than the river. Drop that off. Attach to the planter. Up the fertilizer. Not sure how much of a seed bag I have left, but I think the fertilizer's pretty new. The big question is, do I do oats or do I put in sorghum just to be different? And I think the answer there is I'm going to do sorghum, because even if I don't sell it in a month or two, I hope to have a little chicken pen to start pumping out some eggs for me. Drop this back here and hit Q to disconnect. Then go to auto drive. Click on our CP1 field and delete it. And now that I have a proper outline for the field, I'll quickly zip around it. This way I get the correct outline for the field. Big bump there, so we'll slow down. And it also gives me a better indication of the actual field size. Because we're not going to be ploughing it up again, none of the tools will make a mess of the grass beside it. So hopefully it will help drive in and do things on the field correctly. The rollers worked okay, but the drill definitely didn't before. I know I say drill one time and planter the next, I just watched too many other YouTubers over the last few years. Most of them say drill, so it'll probably stick eventually. Okay, stop. Yes, I want to call it that, but I actually want to call it rename plot 23 field 2. There we go, and if we check out our field calculator, field 1's 0.8 of a hectare, field 2's obviously substantially smaller at 0.33 of a hectare. But I think that should be just about perfect for some chicken feed. Also not in a rush to get the chickens now because it's going to be 4 months until they're ready. Okay. B to drop it, B for broom to turn it on. And I got it done without any river mishaps. Just missed that last little bit there. Alright. So I will throw the roller onto the AI worker while I try and get some more timber put onto those trailers. It's getting pretty late in the night, so hopefully it only takes an hour or so. While we're here, we'll just top everything up. Okay. Yes, I left the F1 menu up. I'll do that a lot. Alright. Virtual Marty can hopefully do that. It's Martina this time. And we'll jump back over here and get some wood cut. So in forestry equipment, have the lizard carp. I like that I get to change the colour of it. So we'll go the Zeta Major green. And our purple. Since our colours for the farm are green and purple. It's not the biggest of grinders, it takes a bit of work to get rid of them. But I'm certainly not going to complain about the price tag, so we'll buy that. Plus it only needs 40 horsepower to run. And it's getting really dark. See how much fuel is. It looks expensive. Only $62. Don't need to repair just yet. Okay. Gonna send him back to the field. Probably should say Zetor because I think there is actually a Zeta tractor. But I'm Aussie, deal with it. And I think I can just cut out these half a dozen trees here. Okay, I managed to cut down 2 small trees and the rest aren't on our land. So I got them loaded up. It took even less time than I expected, but I think there's just enough room there for what I need to do next, depending on how well this load of wood sells. It has sort of work lights, here, being careful of all the bumps. And just try grinding these 2 stumps for the trees I just knocked down. If I can find them. Okay, there's one there. Turn this on. And make it disappear. I think that's the other one just there. So get it on again. Okay, that actually works pretty good. Get these logs sold. $7,000 seems about right because there were fewer trees this time. But what I want to do, I think I'm going to be a couple of hundred short. Shouldn't have filled up the John Deere, I blame you. So we'll drop this trailer here. Have a look at our store menu in animals. I believe there's a really old rickety wagon for 800. I thought it was more. I'm going with 800. Can't really customize anything. It takes water or milk. So we're going to buy that. Now, drop these trailers off here for now. Shed some light on the matter. Go pick him up. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. And what we're going to do is go into the construction menu, production and greenhouses. They're the same price, but I sort of like this one for on the river. I don't have enough money. Alright, this one works. So I think that's enough room to get around. I can drive onto someone else's land to fill the water up. And I'm going to drop in 2 garden beds. It leaves me a total of $400. Go into my production menu and I'm going to grow strawberries. Set them to spawning. Our Zeta's got back without dying. I'll zip down here and do probably 2 loads of water. Assuming the river will actually let me load water from it. Okay, maybe I should fill it up closer to the bridge. We'll pop the little top. Yes, and fill it up. Takes a while. So I'm thinking I might just very quickly time-lapse dropping a couple of runs of water into these gardens, and that's pretty much the end of the episode.
Right now it's all falling apart. Right now you don't know where to start. Right now the walls are caving in.
Okay, that wasn't too painful. Okay, that was really painful. I'm pretty sure if that was a real life wagon it would have broken multiple times. But since we have awesome game physics, it survived. Well, that's about a wrap for this episode. We got a fair bit done. Got a new field put in, planted with some sorghum, with plans to have some chickens in 3 or 4 months once it's ripe and ready to harvest. Gonna send this back to the store so that I can pick up the trailers next episode. John Deere, and just go home. Actually, I'll drop the... what do you call it? I know. Ah yes, we'll drop the stump grinder off very quickly, because I might try and grind out some of those stumps next episode. So I should be able to finish knocking out the last of those trees that are in the way and get another field done. So we're going to drop that off there. Let's pick these forks up out of the way. And we'll get him sent home. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, we got the field in, planted and rolled. We had soil samples taken, so they're all taken care of now. Got 2 or 3 loads of wood, actually forget how much, but managed to fund the purchase of that soil sampler, so in the future it should be pretty right. And I got 2 little garden beds in for strawberries. Hey puppy, watch out. Really should feed him tonight. So it'll take a couple of months before the strawberries actually cover the cost of the garden beds. Might just have a quick look at what prices strawberries do sell for. So turn off the lights, turn off the engine and hop out. Zeppelin, now there's a good name. So how much do strawberries go for nowadays? $200 a pallet. And for $50 difference, we're September, October, November, December, January, so I should be able to store them pretty comfortably. Technically those garden beds won't pay for themselves until, well, next February, but we'll make a bit of a profit when I do come to sell at that stage. That's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching to the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, and if you've got any comments about my gameplay or things that you'd like to see me do or do differently, please leave a comment. Thank you. I'll catch you all later. Oh, thank you for watching the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, please hit the like button, subscribe, feel free to leave a comment if I've missed anything in the episode or you'd like me to see me do something else. Hope you enjoy it, and I will catch you all later. Back in my box.